Children, the ratio which we are going to discuss today is activity ratio, which is also known as turnover ratio. Let us first of all have a review on the previous ratios which we have discussed. The first one is liquidity ratio, second one is solvency ratio, the third one is activity ratio, and the fourth one is profitability ratio. We have already finished liquidity ratio and solvency ratio, and in today's class we will discuss the activity ratio. What is activity ratio? Activity ratios, also termed as performance or turnover ratio, it measures how well the resources have been used by the enterprise. The results is expressed in number of times. These ratios are calculated on the basis of cost of revenue from operation, that is cost of goods sold, or revenue from operation, that is net sales. If the ratio is showing higher turnover, the higher the turnover ratio means better use of resources or capital. There are four types of activity ratio. They are inventory turnover ratio, trade receivables turnover ratio, trade payables turnover ratio, and working capital turnover ratio. The formula to calculate inventory turnover ratio is cost of revenue from operation or cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. We have already discussed the formula to calculate inventory turnover ratio, that is cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory, and we saw that it is expressed in the form of times. Now how to calculate cost of revenue from operation? Here are some formulas given to you. As per the question and the items given in the question, you have to make a choice regarding the selection of formulas. So cost of revenue from operation, you can use the formula revenue from operation minus gross profit, or revenue from operation plus gross loss, or you can use the formula opening inventory plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing inventory. Or otherwise, if in the question it is given the items are related to manufacturing enterprises, then you can use the formula cost of material consumed plus purchase of stock in trade plus changes in inventories of finished goods, work in progress, and stock in trade plus direct expenses. So there are four formulas, and according to the items given to you, you have to make a choice about regarding the formulas. Now to calculate average inventory, the formula is opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. So these are the formulas which you have to study very thoroughly. Now let's do one problem related to calculation of inventory turnover ratio. The items given to you are opening inventory 30,000, purchases 69,000, carriage inwards 3,000, closing inventory 9,000, wages 4,500, freight outwards is 5,000. As usual, you have to write the formula first. Inventory turnover ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operations divided by average inventory. Now, which formula should we use to calculate cost of revenue from operation out of the four formulas given to you? So, just look into the questions. According to the items given to you, you have to make the selection. So, we can use the formula cost of revenue from operation is equal to opening inventory plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing inventory. See, you have to write the amount of each of this item. Opening inventory is 30,000, purchases is 69,000, direct expenses, look into the question, carriage inward and wages are the two direct expenses given in the question. Freight outward is the indirect expenses, and you are not supposed to take that item. Okay, so direct expenses item only should be considered. So, carriage inward and wages amount will be taken here. Adding that amount together, they have written here 7,500 minus closing inventory is 9,000, that we will write here. So after adding and subtracting these items, the amount which you will get is 97,500. That is your cost of revenue from operation. You can substitute this amount over here. Then what about average inventory? The formula is opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. Substitute the amount of opening inventory here, that is 30,000, and closing inventory 9,000. Right, add it together and divide by 2. So you will get the amount of 19,500 as your average inventory. Now write down 19,500 in the formula, that is substituting that amount, divide it. After dividing, you will get the answer 5 times.
Is the trade receivable turnover ratio. It comes under the category activity ratio. Trade receivable turnover ratio. What do you mean by trade receivables? It is the amount receivable or outstanding against goods sold and services rendered in the normal course of business by the enterprises. Under trade receivables, there are two types of trade receivable, that is debtors and bills receivable. In short, we can say that trade receivables are the credit sales. What is the formula to calculate trade receivable turnover ratio? Credit revenue from operation, which is also known as credit sales, net credit sales, divided by average trade receivables. Children, the trade receivable turnover ratio is expressed in the form of times. Okay. Now, how to calculate trade receivable, that is credit revenue from operation, or we can say net credit sales. The formula is credit sales minus sales return, or revenue from operations minus cash revenue from operation. This net sales means after deducting the return amount from the sales, we get net credit sales. Okay, so that is what's shown over here. Credit sales means what? After deducting sales return, we will get credit sales. Revenue from operation is the sales, so credit sales. The other formula is revenue from operation minus, out of the total sales, you just remove cash sales. So what is left? Credit sales. Then how to find out average trade receivables? We already saw in a previous slide that trade receivables means debtors and bills receivable. So we have to go with an average of trade receivable. The formula is opening debtor plus opening bills receivable plus closing debtor plus closing bills receivable divided by 2. Or we can also use the formula opening trade receivables and closing trade receivable, but don't find the average of this. Okay, so either of the two formula as per the items given in the question, you have to use these formulas. One more point to remember under trade receivable turnover ratio is, as you know, in debtors one of the item is provision for doubtful debts. If you found in your question provision for doubtful debts, don't deduct it from the debtors. So please recall when you are doing the problem, don't deduct the amount of provision for doubtful debts from the debtor. Next is, in your problem sometimes you may be asked to calculate debt collection period, okay, or average collection period. Children, usually we calculate this trade receivable turnover ratio to know how good the company is in collecting its debtors or bills receivable. So how good the companies are able to convert the credit sales into cash. For that, this ratio is being used. So how much is the debt collection period? That we can check. Okay, so it can be checked in days also and in month also. if you are going for days, the formula is 365. You know how many days are there in a year? 365. So 365 divided by the answer which you got after calculating the trade receivable turnover ratio. So dividing that, the answer will be in days. And if you want to calculate it in numbers, that is debt collection period in month, the formula is 12 divided by trade receivables turnover ratio. So you know how many months are there in a year? It's 12. So 12 divided by the ratio which you got when you calculated trade receivable turnover ratio. Doing this, you will know about the company's debt collection period. That is how best the company is to convert its receivables into, that is credit into cash. Here we are going to do one problem. Calculate trade receivables turnover ratio and average collection period. So both the things you have to calculate, both trade receivable turnover ratio and average collection period also. So let us see what are the items given to you. Credit revenue from operation, that is credit sales, is given, that is 6 lakh. Debtors and bills receivables are given at the year end, where 60,000 and 40,000 respectively. Now this is the question, items provided to you in the question. The solution part you know very well. The first thing you have to do is writing the formula. So trade receivable turnover ratio is equal to credit revenue from operation, that is net credit sales, divided by average trade receivable. So debtor plus bills receivable. Why debtors and bills receivable? Because year ending of debtor and bills receivable is only given to you. So closing balance of debtor and bills receivable. You can't find average in this place. Okay. So credit revenue from operation, that is the amount is already given to you, 6 lakh. Bring it here. Then average trade receivable. Average trade receivable means debtor plus bills receivable. Recall the formula in the previous slide. Okay. So debtor plus bills receivable, that will give you 1 lakh. Cut short it, you will get 6 times. So trade receivable turnover ratio comes to 6 times. Now how to find average collection period? That is also asked in your question. To calculate average collection period, the formula is, we can do with both month and days. Number of month in a year divided by trade receivables turnover ratio. In a month there are 12 divided by 6. 6 we got from this. Ratio is 6. So dividing it, you will get 2 months. The same thing if you are doing in days. In days, 365 days are there in a year, divided by the ratio, turnover ratio which you got, that is 6, you will get 60.83, or round off that period, 61 days. 61 days means 2 months itself. So doing in both the way, you will get the same answer. Plus new ratio, that is trade payables turnover ratio. The formula to calculate trade payables turnover ratio is net credit purchases divided by average trade payables. To calculate the value of average trade payables, the formula is opening trade payables plus closing trade payables divided by 2. What do you mean by trade payables? There are 2 items which come under trade payables. They are creditors and bills payable. So this is the one formula to calculate average trade payables. The other one is opening creditor plus opening bills payable plus closing creditor plus closing bills payable divided by 2. Children, if you are given in the question only the opening trade payables and they have not given you closing trade payables, so don't calculate the average of that. Don't divide it by 2. So write the amount of opening trade payables as it is. The same way, if they have given you opening trade payables and not given to you they have given to you closing trade payables and not given you opening trade payables, in that case also don't find the average, just write down closing trade payables amount given to you. Don't divide that amount with 2. Okay, so this was finding of average trade payables. Now net credit purchase means all that purchases which is not cash. Okay, so from the total purchases, if you are given cash purchase and purchase return, deduct that amount and then the amount left is your net credit purchase. Trade payable turnover ratio is expressed in the form of times average payment period or average pay of payables, age of payables. To calculate the average payment period, the formula is, there are 2 formulas, you can use any of the one formula, you will get the same result. Average trade payables divided by net credit purchases into number of months or days in a year. That is reverse of this formula into number of months or days in a year. So if in your question you have a part of that is they are asking you what is average payment period, you have to use this formula, or you can use the formula month or days in a year divided by trade payables turnover ratio. So you will get the answer either in months or days. So that is your average payment period. Only if the question is asking you to do this, you have to find out the average payment period. Now, what is the objective of calculating trade payable turnover ratio is to determine the efficiency with which the trade payables are managed and paid. If we are making that is, we are purchasing our goods or raw material for production from the suppliers on credit, that is trade payables. So how well we are managing or how well we are making the payments of these payables, trade payables, to know the efficiency of the payment of the trade payables, this ratio is very useful. Now let us move to one problem. From the following particulars taken from the books of Tata Press Limited, calculate trade payables turnover ratio and average payable period in days. So the item given to you are total purchases 8,50,000, cash purchases 1 lakh, purchase return 50,000. Creditors at the end of the year 1,60,000, creditors in the beginning 1,20,000. So this is your question. Now move to the solution part. First of all, write down the formula. Trade payables turnover ratio is equal to net credit purchases divided by average trade payables. Children, to calculate the net credit purchases, the formula which you have to use is, from the total purchases which is given to you in the question, subtract cash purchase, subtract purchases return. So when you subtract from the total purchase, see, in the business there are 2 types of purchase. We can go for cash purchase also and credit purchase also. And if any return is there, that also have to be subtracted. So from the total purchases, if you remove cash purchase and purchase return, what is left? Net credit purchases. So the amount of net credit purchases after calculation, you got 7 lakh, that you will write here. And how to find average trade payables? What is the formula to calculate it? Opening trade payables plus closing trade payables divided by 2. 1,12,000 plus 1,60,000 divided by 2, that will give you the result 1,40,000. So write that amount 1,40,000 over here, divide it, you will get the answer as 5 times.
So this is your trade payables turnover ratio. Now they are asking you to find the average payable period also, that too in days. Okay, so you can use any of the one formula. They are not insisting you which formula should be used. So you can use the formula average trade payables divided by net credit purchases into 365. Why 365? Because it is in days. So average trade payables, the answer you got 1,40,000. Net credit purchases you got 7 lakh into 365. After this calculation you will get 73 days. The same thing, that is average payable period, you can calculate with the formula 365 divided by trade payable turnover ratio. So 365 divided by this 5. After doing this, you will get 73 days. So there are two alternatives available to you. So you can make a choice regarding calculation of average payable period. Working capital turnover ratio. First of all, let us have a review on the types of ratios. There are 4 types of ratios: liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, activity ratio, and profitability ratio. In today's class, we are going to discuss working capital turnover ratio, which comes under activity ratio. The formula to calculate working capital turnover ratio is revenue from operation divided by working capital. We can also use the formula cost of revenue from operation divided by working capital. The choice of the formula depends on the items given to you in the question. The working capital turnover ratio is expressed in the form of times. Working capital. The formula to calculate working capital is current asset minus current liabilities. Let us do a simple problem. Calculate working capital turnover ratio from the following. The items given to you are cost of revenue from operation, that is 1,50,000, current asset 1 lakh, current liabilities 75,000. The first part of your solution is writing the formula. Working capital turnover ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operations divided by working capital. Cost of revenue from operation is 1,50,000, write it over here. And working capital, the formula is current asset, that is 1 lakh, minus current liability, that is 75,000. Show the working note for calculation of working capital. The answer after doing the calculation is 25,000. Dividing this, you will get 6 times as your working capital turnover ratio. So we have come to an end of this session. We have discussed today the 4th type of activity ratio, that is working capital turnover ratio. In all, there are 4 types of ratio coming under activity ratio. They are inventory turnover ratio, trade receivables turnover ratio, trade payables turnover ratio, and working capital turnover ratio. What is the formula for working capital turnover ratio? Revenue from operation divided by working capital. You can use the second formula also. What is the second formula? Cost of revenue from operation, that is cost of goods sold, divided by working capital.